Welcome everybody. Hi. It's Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Time for Stampin' with Denise. So glad you could join us. Let me pull the video up on my computer so I can watch. Give everybody a second here to find us. And let's see here. There's that. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Okay, I think. Just don't know. Okay, I don't know. I can't see comments. I won't be able to see who's on. I don't know why I keep having this trouble with this. I thought I had it worked out. See who's on. Whoops. Thought I had this worked out, but okay, maybe I'm good now. Okay, so welcome everybody. Like I said, it's Monday night, Stampin' with Denise. Welcome. So glad you're here. Yay. After Super Bowl, the Monday after Super Bowl. Yay. My team won. Yay. Don't let me fool you. I don't care about football at all, but it's my hometown. Kansas City's my hometown, and they deserve this, so I'm happy. I'm happy, yay. And my husband's happy, so that's more important, right? Okay, so if you recall last week, I made this really cute pocket card using some things from the the Tropical Suite. And the winner of this card is Karen Thomas. So Karen, I'll be sending this out to you, okay? And remember, don't forget about envelopes. Don't have naked envelopes. I'm really bad at naked envelopes, so I'll be getting this out to you, Karen, in the next day or so. So I have a really fun technique. It's simple, doesn't take any extra supplies really, and there's a lot of wow to it, I think, and people will go, how did you do that? And it was something I hadn't done in a really long time, and I thought, you know what, we're gonna do that Monday night. So I'm gonna put the phone up in the holder and we'll get started, okay? Hang tight here. Okay, hopefully I've got some different lighting. I'm hoping that helps a little bit. So, let's see. And for this, again, I'm sorry, I'm using the Timeless Tropical stamp set that I used last week, but that's okay. You know what? It's good to see different ways to use the same set. And we're going to be doing a, hold on here. Oh, shoot. Why am I masking? We're going to be doing some masking and things like that to make like I said, it's really a simple card, but I think it has a kind of a wow factor, and people will go, how did you do that? We'll put it this way, at least my husband wondered how I did it. So, we'll show you here. We're going to start out, and all the measurements and the colors and everything will be on the description after. I have used, this is Pineapple Punch. This is half of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and this is the base, okay? Whoops. Here we go. Here's my bone folder here. There we go. So we'll get that folded and set aside. Then the next layer that I have is out of Sahara Sand, and that's 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and that'll go there. and then the white is on top. And right now it's the same size as that Sahara Sand, but I'll tell you why I'm going to leave it that size, and we'll cut it after I do the, well, I'll tell you now. I'm going to trim it down after I do my technique, because sometimes as I'm bringing it onto the page, you know, I get these dark spots, and I don't like them, so then I can just trim it off, and it looks just perfect. So let me get a piece of scrap paper. I know I should. Grid paper's for getting dirty, but you know what? I'm gonna get a piece of this anyway. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna start with the sentiment first, and I'll tell you why, because I don't know, I think my sentiment might be a little bit crooked, and I keep stamping it crooked. And so I'm gonna do it first, then if I mess it up, which is what I did on this one, so I fixed it, but that was after I'd already done everything, and I'm like, so I'm gonna stamp this first and see if I can't, and I forget which way it goes. There we go. Let's see if that fixes it. Ah, beautiful. Okay, couldn't do that again if I tried, but. So, first thing I'm gonna do is take my ink pad, the Sahara Sand, and since this is a palm tree, I decided to do it, you know, with the Sahara Sand. When I was playing over here, I used one of the greens. I think I might have used, I don't know which green actually I had pulled out and done it. So like if I was going to do more of a deciduous tree or something like that. And so what I'm going to use to pick up the ink are these sponge wedges. And we sell these in Stampin' Up. They're a set of 3 of them for $4. They're really cheap, and you can cut them in 6 or 8 pieces. You know, they're in a circle. I've had these forever. A lot of people have one sponge for each color. I don't do that. I just wash them and use them again. So, like this one has pink stain, but I've been using that for the yellow. This one I've been using for the blue. I mean, I tend to use darker colors, but you know what? It doesn't come off. I wash it with a little dishwasher and just, you know, rinse it out, and it's fine, and I've not had a problem. So what I do is, you know, stamp, kind of ink up your sponge, and gonna start off the paper and kind of come onto the paper. And see, this is that edge that I tend to pick up, and I don't like that little bit dark. So if I wait and do my final trim on my paper when I'm done, then I can trim that right off. Now you want to start off of your, you know, paper and go on, because wherever you put it first, that's where you're going to have a darker image. Like you can see on this one here, I must have forgotten I did it right there. So I got a darker brown swirl there. So you know, it's there's no right, there's no wrong, it just is. And that's really all I'm going to do for the bottom of that. It kind of looks like the sand, okay? And I thought that was pretty simple. Then we're going to work on these clouds. Oh no, next thing I'm going to do the sun, okay? And what I did was I took the 1.5 inch punch and just punched it out of a piece of scrap paper. Actually, it's the paper I use to make my cloud masks with. And I'm going to put it here. Sometimes people will use temporary adhesive. I can hold it, I think. So I'm going to turn it a little bit like that. And I think what I'll do, turn it this way. Put my sun right about there. Okay, so then I'm going to ink it up. Make sure I'm in the camera here. Again, I'm starting off and then just kind of going inside the circle. Starting off, then going inside the circle. And you can lift it up, and if your sun's bright enough, that's fine. If not, you can do some more. And for now, you know what? Well, I'm going to do one more. Put it right back down and do just a little bit more on it. Oops. That's the only bad thing. And when you don't set it down, sometimes you want to. I got a nice round sun there, and we'll probably come back to that. I may touch that sun up after I finish the clouds. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you take a piece of scrap paper and you just cut it in shapes of, you know, that kind of look like clouds. There's no right, there's no wrong, just kind of random. And we're gonna put it on here, and we're going to do the same thing with the blue. But, so I don't want any of the blue on my yellow, so I cut a piece. The hole that I cut out of that, out of here, I put a little bit of temporary adhesive on the back, and I'm going to cover up my sun. So then that way I won't get any blue ink on it. So let's see how we are going. Oh shoot, hold on, let me put a little more adhesive on there. It's decided it was a little too temporary, huh? Hang on here, let me put some more. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. Pretend this is on my card. I'm using Balmy blue, and that was pineapple punch that I used for the sun. I forgot to tell you that. And so again, much like this, like we did before, I'm gonna just start off the paper and then go onto the paper like that. You know, onto the piece I'm working on, and you can see how you get the kind of the waves that look a little bit like clouds in the sky. So I would say start out light. I think I had it going this way though. Yeah, I would say start out light. And you can always add more ink. It's just really hard to take it away. So I'm gonna try a little lighter down below. There you go. And I think I should have done that the other way, but you know what? We're gonna flip this one around and do it this way. We'll pretend that was the ocean. There's no right, there's no wrong. Tell you that doesn't want to stay, does it? The other thing you can do is cut that out of like a note and have some adhesive on there. That's what a lot of people do. There you go. And you're going to move this around a little bit. I'm going to pull this piece over here, I think. And we can try moving this up here like this. I'm gonna use this side up here. I'm gonna go like this, I think, on this one. And there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just, you know, however. Okay, there you go. There you go. Look at that. You know, I've got some little here, but you know what? It's handmade and I'm okay with that. Then, just like we did last week, I'm going to stamp my palm trees on there. And I'm going to tell you, every one of these is going to look different, okay? But it is a really fun technique you can use in a lot of ways. I had seen this, I guess what gave me the idea to do it was I had seen it on using a tree. I don't have that stamp set, but you know what I do have? I do have this palm tree. So I'll put it right about here. Now this is again out of Timeless Tropical. I'm using soft suede to stamp it. And I'm going to color it the same way I colored it last week. So if you weren't with me, I'm using light soft suede on the trunk. Okay, I'm just going to fill this in right here. And see this, I don't know that I would stamp before I did all the other stuff. okay. And then if you recall last week on the palm tree, I used the Pear Pizzazz Stampin' Rate marker for the fronds. Remember, I just kind of followed the direction that they're going on the tree. And we're gonna, and I think that's kind of, and I think it really looks good. I know it's a little bit more time consuming, but you know, now the weather here in Michigan today was not too bad. It was when I left work, it was about 50 degrees, which I was surprised. I didn't expect it to be quite that way. But I know we got some snow coming later this week, a little bit anyway. So I wouldn't mind being on a beach with a palm tree. So hang tight here. I'll be done with this here in just a second. And then we'll get it trimmed up. We'll get it applied to the base, and it will be all done. Remember, if you like my video, please share my video with your friends. Comment shared, I'd appreciate it. Because that way, if we're not friends, I can't see that you shared it. You know, put you in the drawing to get the card. I really do like this sentiment, rest and relax, you deserve it. There's so many things you could use it for. I see it as a good retirement card. Yeah, maybe someone's going to Florida. In Michigan, a lot of people retire to Florida, at least part-time. So, anyway, okay. So then remember I said we were going to trim it down so I could get rid of those edges there. And, right now, this is 5 by 3 3/4, I believe. I'll turn this around here. Do it this way, 5. Yeah, right now, actually it's 5 1/4. 5 1/4 by 4 is what it is. So I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off, but I have to do an 1/8 inch on each side. So then this means if this is 5 1/4, this is, I'm going to this at 1/8. I'm going to take an 1/8 of an inch off top and the bottom. There you go. And then an 1/8 inch off, whoops, either side. And then that takes that, that wasn't cut very straight, was it? Actually, when I get a pack of paper, I usually cut a bunch of it in quarters and have them right here on my desk because that's what I reach for the most for card fronts. Oops, I cut off a little bit of the tree, but that's okay. There we go. Now it looks perfect. The edges look perfect. I don't see the, you know, those marks on the edge of the card. So we're gonna glue these on, and our card will be ready to go here. Been using that, like I said, a lot more of the mono adhesive. Once you get, whoops, that was a little heavy. It's a new bottle. There we go. So I use this masking technique in so many ways. It's, you know, if you've stamped an image and you want to put a background on, you do it. You just stamp the image, the first image, and cut around it. I'd used it on another video, another card I made. I don't remember. Oh, I think it was one of the Christmas cards. Okay, there we go. So that looks pretty relaxing to me. I don't know about you, so I'm good with that. So, I guess I don't have anything else. I hope you like that idea. It's a simple, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of products, a lot of tools. Just some scrap paper, a pair of scissors, punch if you want a circle, and some sponges, and kind of this limit whatever you want to do with it. So I want to thank you all for stopping by tonight. I really do appreciate it. And we will see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stamping with Denise. I want to thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.